Hey everybody, this is Riker Rider, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Dragoon. Today, we're going to try to stop Zeeg with the Signet Sphere just past this hallway. Hopefully we made it in time. Nope, of course not. Well, if his power is beyond Winglies, then he definitely can fly. That's not how it works, Dart. She does not. Yep, we gotta go to Mayfil, but unfortunately the teleport device that leads to Mayfil is disconnected due to martial law. So... You know what, while I'm here I may as well show off these enemies. Death Purgers and Professors. And I probably should have healed Dart. I forgot you could get into encounters in this room. Additionally, during that battle, oh, I forgot to move Dart to the Blazing Dynamo edition as well. Since he mastered all 6 of his editions, he now has access to his final edition, Blazing Dynamo, and I would like to start working on that as soon as possible. I am going to take this Ultimate War God off of him so I can show you the timing for Blazing Dynamo, and on top of that, I'm much better at Blazing Dynamo than I am at Moonstrike, so I should be able to give him a proper accessory, and that's going to be very important for a boss fight coming up. Oh wow, Miranda actually got a killing blow. That's pretty cool. If anything, I might actually give the Ultimate War God to Al, because I'm not the greatest at his Gust of Wind Dance, but it's probably the best hard edition that I can do with any kind of consistency. Unfortunately, in order for us to get into Mayfil, we have to change the law again, and you can't activate this law until, or deactivate it rather. You can't deactivate this law until after you have seen Zeeg flee and break the Signet Sphere. So you have to go through that whole process all over again, and I'm going to do that on my own time as well as rearrange my setup for the next area. So, yeah, be right back. That didn't take too long. So, now that the teleporter to Mayfil has been reconnected, let's go there. This is our last stand. If we don't stop Zeeg here, then the Moonchild's going to be able to go to the moon and the world's going to end. We have to do this now. Huh, over by the Death Frontier. That's an interesting place. I really like the music track here. Yeah. Wait, I thought Rose said that the Dragoons totally trashed this place. How can it still be leading souls to hell? What I don't understand here is why it's making the sound for Wingley's magical wings being out, yet you can't see them. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Well, Mayfil is, without a doubt, the creepiest place in the game. That's horrible. That's a good reason to. Huh. I guess the souls of people that were killed in, not an improper, but with things still weighing on their minds when they died, these souls must gather here. And there are 3 particular souls we're interested in here. You should see the first one very shortly. Yep, these are the souls that we're running into are the souls of the 3 dragons that we killed throughout the course of the game, 1 in each disc. And that is the soul of Fairbrand. Most likely. So you know what this means? We have to fight the 3 dragons again. Actually, we don't have to fight them. All 3 of these fights are optional. So if they're too difficult for you, you can move on in the game. But there's a certain point in Mayfil that I will mention later in the recordings that if you go past this point, you will not be able to take part in these optional battles. Because these battles are so long, I have decided to put each of them in, well, their own videos. So I apologize for this episode being a bit short, but actually, you know what, wait a minute. I recorded the last boss fight last episode. This would only make for about an 8-minute episode. So you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and fight Fairbrand now. Do I really need to do anything to prepare for this? Not really. I'm going to be using the classic party of Al and Rose for this fight. Fairbrand is mildly difficult, but he's definitely the easiest of the 3 dragon fights. Fairbrand in Mayfil has, I believe, 8,000 HP. Basically, all of the 3 dragons that you fight here, they have the same attacks as they did in life, but... Oh, here's Blazing Dynamo. As you can see, the timing's pretty easy, even though it's an 8-hit addition. He has exactly the same attacks as he did before, but just with increased stats and the ability to counterattack. All 3 of the dragons work like this. I actually think that relative to your level, this fight with Fairbrand is easier than the first one simply because you don't have to worry about Graham. Because Graham was a significant threat in the first Fairbrand fight. With only 8,000 HP, it doesn't take that long. I mean, none of these dragon fights are easy by any stretch of the imagination. But this one's definitely the easiest, and will get you warmed up for the other 2. One thing you'll definitely want to do if you're new at the game is, after you beat each dragon, go back to the Zenebitos item shop and restock on healing breezes and whatnot. Another thing you may want to do during the fight with Fairbrand is with Rose. Oh, I got stunned. That's not good. Use a bunch of those magic items that you've been hoarding, especially your Frozen Jet, because the third dragon fight is so hard. I think that dragon refight, you guys probably know which one it is because it's the third one. I think that fight is harder than the final boss. He definitely has a lot of cheap attacks. Wow, that did a lot less damage than I thought. I might consider using a Dragoon special on Rose's next turn. Or Dart can get woken up from his stun and I won't have to use one. Al, you can stay stunned, you're fine. I believe Dart's Blazing Dynamo Edition maxes at 450%. I know this is kind of a boring strategy, but I find that magic items and regular editions are the way to go. And you'll find this to be a repeating phenomenon once you get everybody's final editions. You'll find that they are boring but practical. Another reason why I'm using regular attacks with Al and Rose is to try to finish their editions before well, not finish, but get them up a level or two before the third dragon fight, because you want to have those as high up as possible. And normally when you fight these guys, you'll want to be using your final editions anyway. An interesting note, I was using Maru and the other magic-based characters a lot more in my last playthrough, so much that I never got to use Dart's Blazing Dynamo, because I never learned it. I'll probably use another magic item with Rose next turn because of the extra damage. And just to get a use out of them, because I'm going to have to sell them anyway if I don't. And it's not like they sell for very much gold. Did Rose just get poisoned? No, but she needs some help. Do I Healing Breeze here? I think I do. I fully expect to use at least one Healing Rain in the particular boss fight that I'm worried about. You do get some fairly nice items from these guys, and the experience is definitely worth it, considering these are optional fights. And the optional fight we had in Disc 3 didn't give us very much experience. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention that after Dart finished Moonstrike, I gave him the Soul Eater and the Therapy Ring, so that he can actually use his most powerful weapon. The one thing I don't like about using the Soul Eater, like I said, was that in order to effectively use it, it takes up your accessory slot as well. Because if you're using the Soul Eater, there's absolutely no Did Al die? Oh no, he's just afraid. But it's not going to matter because we're going to be able to hopefully finish him off before it matters. Since he is in the red. And I can just transform Al into a Dragoon on some random battle, which I'm going to probably end up getting into. in between now and the next in between now and the next boss fight. There's a handful of treasure here, which is good because I can start using that. A lot of it's magic items that you're not going to have room to carry in your inventory. Oh, we get a downburst and 4,000 experience. The gold's nice too because we're pretty hurting for gold. Cool, Rose is in the level 30 club now. Alright, 1 down, 2 to go. But I think I am going to... You know what? I have time this episode. Why not? I'm just going to go ahead and get the rest of the treasure here, show you some of the new enemies, and end up curing Dart's bad status. Here we get a Poison Guard. There's some teleporters around here that'll take you to other screens as well. And that can make getting some of the treasure confusing. In one of my playthroughs, there was one treasure I ended up not getting at all because the nature of its location was very confusing. Panic Guard here. There's one more treasure. Another very interesting thing about Mayfil is when you make a screen transition, the encounter rate resets itself. So if you don't linger for too long on one screen, you should be able to get through here with very few encounters. Here we get a Stun Guard. And that treasure, I believe we're going to have to go to a different screen for. Yeah, that's the one that's on the other screen. Well, through that door on the east side is the soul of Regale, but I don't have time to do that in this video. So we're going to free the soul of Regale next time on Let's Play The Legend of Dragoon.